Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to crack the code on one of the most famous symbols in the financial world, the stock ticker. We're going to break down that scrolling line of numbers and letters so you can read it like an absolute pro.
You know that feeling when you glance at a financial news channel and just see that endless scroll of letters and numbers whizzing by? Yeah, you're not alone. It can seriously feel like you're trying to decipher some secret code, with all this important info just flying past you. But here's the thing, that code is literally the heartbeat of the market. What used to be printed on paper tape available only to a handful of traders is now a real-time stream of data that anyone can see. And today, we're going to teach you exactly how to read it. So we're going to break this all down into its most basic parts. I promise, by the end of this, you'll be able to just glance at that scroll and know exactly what it's telling you. So what is it really? Well, a stock ticker is basically a live report card on a stock's latest activity. It gives you 3 key pieces of information right away: the last price it was traded at, how much that price has changed, and how many shares were in that trade. Okay, this slide breaks it down perfectly. Let's use Tesla as our example. First, you see TSLA. That's the company's unique ID, its ticker symbol. Next to that, 5K tells you 5,000 shares were just traded. That number's pretty important. A really high number could mean there's a lot of conviction behind a price move. Then, at 250.00, that's the price per share for that trade. The little down arrow shows the stock is trading lower than it did yesterday, and that 2.50 tells us exactly how much. It's down $2.50. See? Not so scary when you take it piece by piece.
And here is maybe the easiest shortcut of all. Just look at the colors. If you see green, the stock is up. Simple. If you see red, it's down. And if it's blue or white, the price hasn't budged. It's like an instant mood ring for the market.
Okay, so now you get the numbers and colors, but believe it or not, there's another layer of information hiding in plain sight, right there in the ticker symbol itself. Yeah, the letters can actually tell you a whole lot. So here are some general rules of them. The number of letters in a symbol can give you a pretty good clue. If you see a symbol with 1 to 3 letters, like F for Ford or WMT for Walmart, it most likely trades on the New York Stock Exchange. See 4 letters like AAPL for Apple, that's usually a Nasdaq stock. And if you see a 5th letter, that often points to a Nasdaq stock too, sometimes even one from a foreign company. But the symbol can tell you even more than that. Let's take Alphabet, Google's parent company. It actually has 2 ticker symbols, GOOGL and GOOG. They look almost the same, right? But the difference between them is huge. If you own GOOGL, you've got Class A shares, which means you get voting rights in the company. But if you own GOOG, you have Class C shares, and you don't get a vote. So that 1 extra letter represents your power as a shareholder. That's a pretty big deal. And this isn't just a Google thing. You'll see other symbols with an A or a B tacked on to show different classes of shares. You might also see a P, which usually means it's a preferred stock. That's a type of share that often comes with fixed dividend payments. The main thing to remember here is that every single character can matter. All right, so now that we know how to read it, let's take a quick look back at how this incredible tool even came to be. I mean, the digital ticker we see today has a pretty cool history that started way, way before computers. It all started way back in 1867 with a machine that used telegraphs to print stock info onto a long strip of paper. That's the famous ticker tape. Back then, messengers literally had to run the tapes from the trading floor to the broker's offices. I mean, can you imagine? Even by 1964, the machines were faster, but there was still a 15 to 20-minute delay. It wasn't until 1996 that the first real-time electronic ticker came out, giving us the instant data we all take for granted today. So we've gone from mystery to mastery. But you might be wondering, in a world full of fancy analytics and trading apps, why does this skill still matter? Well, let's pull it all together. The ticker gives you an immediate, really powerful snapshot of the market. You can see what's happening, spot price movements, and quickly tell the difference between companies and their share types. It's a fantastic first step for any investor. But, and this is important, it's not the only step you should take. This quote really hits the nail on the head. The ticker is an amazing tool for getting real-time info, but it just doesn't replace doing your homework. It tells you what is happening right this second, but it doesn't always tell you why. Think of it as your starting point, not the entire roadmap. So there you have it. You now have the key to unlock that fast-moving code. You can literally read the pulse of the market as it's happening. The only question left is, as you watch those numbers and symbols scroll by, what stories are you going to discover?